Redemption is a lie. Red Dead Redemption is not about change, it's not about forgiveness, it's not even about justice. It's about what happens when an outlaw tries to outrun his past in a country that only ever saw him as a puppet. They told him that he could earn peace. That if he just killed the right people, did the right things, cleaned up the mess he helped make, he'd finally be free. But we all know this isn't true. John never got his peace, he never got his justice, but most importantly, he never got his freedom. Redemption is the lie that has infected men since the concept was founded. John Marston is no exception. He is not redeemed. He is exploited, manipulated, and killed by the same system that created him. Redemption is a lie used to weaponize guilt, justify obedience, and erase inconvenient men. Here, we will dissect the deceit of the early 1900s American government and how John Marston became its biggest victim.
Oh, trust me. It looks better in the report that way.
What is redemption? Well, by non-biblical definition, it means recovering, reclaiming, or restoring something of value, typically after a failure or a loss. It's not about divine forgiveness or religious salvation. It's about atonement through action. You fucked up, fell short, and in most cases, lost your own purpose. Redemption is about clawing your way back into former or unachieved glory, not by begging, but proving you're still worth something. Throughout Red Dead 2 and the beginning of 1, we see John's fall off. That slow, gut-wrenching fall from rebel glory. His most trusted allies backstab him, he loses his family, and the man he once saw as a father left him to die.
You left me! You left me to die! My boy, I didn't have a choice. John, I didn't have a choice. Left me!
Following this, 4 years after the Van der Linde gang falls apart, John is taken from his family by Agent Ross. He is told that his family will be incarcerated until he erases the men from his past. These, of course, being Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, and most infamously, Dutch Van der Linde. This officially marks John's conquest into redemption. His first steps into redeeming himself begin with meeting a fellow pawn of Agent Ross. This being Jake, a crotchety old bastard with a sharp eye for perving on old Western prostitutes. Seeing as how this is Jake's only appearance throughout the entire game, it's safe to say that Rockstar intended nothing more for his character beyond being a narrative device to set the tone for the arrival into the mythic decay of the Old West. Following this, lack of a better word, interesting encounter, Jake escorts John to Fort Mercer. Fort Mercer is where John has been told Bill Williamson resides. Upon arrival, Jake mocks John's impotent competence in that he believes he can kill Bill with such little resources.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
This is a cruel symbolic reference to John's hubris that is deeply motivated by the lie that he still believes: redemption. And it doesn't take long for John to prove Jake right, because after a very poorly negotiated deal, Bill doesn't hesitate to just fucking shoot him.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
These are the first real examples of John buying into the lie that continues to be sold to him. But what can we gather from all of this? This was supposed to be John's chance at redemption, but he gets shot like a dog. What do you think John actually deserves? Is he a monster who deserves to suffer? Is he just a good person trying to clean off the blood off of a dirty world? Or neither? Is he just a pawn crushed under everyone else's vision of morality? So what's the answer, you may be asking? None of them. He's a man slowly letting himself be killed by his desperateness. His vision is not fogged by redemption. In fact, he knows very well that he will never achieve it. He allows himself to be puppeteered because he's too desperate to be defeated. Let me show you what I mean. Notice how every job John does, like hunting Bill, helping Marshall, aiding strangers, etc., is all framed like building his freedom, but the more he obeys, the less control he has. Here's an example. Take John's time at the McFarland's ranch. It's presented to him that helping the ranch is doing him good. He's protecting innocents, wrangling cattle, and fighting off pests. It feels redemptive, but there's a problem. John's not doing it because it's the right thing. He's doing it because his wife and son are locked away and the only path forward is servitude. It's not like John thinks he's on the right path. He knows he's being treated like a dog, but he still allows it because he's desperate. I.e., he is fully conscious of how he is being manipulated, but he still allows it because it's the only way to regain his everything. But even being aware of this still causes John moral nausea. It's partially why he doesn't push back at all. He is constantly being reminded that his past is chained to his ankles.
Like hanging you for murder, or confiscating all of your property, like that little farm of yours, or having you put in an electric chair. Those are the sort of games we could play.
But this guilt is flawed. It's not John's fault. The same system that contains him for his past induced the very actions that hold him morally captive today.
Think.
Cooper, they didn't bring us here to change the past.
Pause. Let me say that again.
Say that again.
They didn't bring us here to change the past.
The same system that contains him for his past induced the very actions that hold him morally captive today. He was born into a world that forced him to be violent, but then punished him for not being gentle. You fundamentally cannot confess your way out of a sin that was institutionally assigned. Redemption was never something John could earn. Redemption was just a tool that the government used for John to die cleaning up the mess that they built under the illusion that he made it. John Marston died on his knees, not because he was weak, but because he believed. Believed that maybe killing ghosts would bring back the life that they stole. He believed that if he just suffered enough, he could just once, experience the life of peace that has been dangled just out of his reach for his entire life. And because he believed he could achieve salvation, he bled out on the dirt. Not as a hero, not as a father, but as a puppet who believed he could attain freedom through servitude. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
We can't always fight nature, John. We can fight change. We can't fight gravity. We can't fight nothing. My whole life, all I ever did was fight.
Then give up, Dutch.
But I can't give up, neither. I can't fight my own nature. That's a paradox, John. You see?
Then I have to shoot you.
When I'm gone, they'll just find another monster. They have to. Because they have to justify their wages.
That's their business.
Our time has passed, John.